I wasn't sure if we were going to have a show tonight. Things got kind of weird today. I've been working a lot. Um, it's okay. We're just going to let a few minutes go so people can get notified of it. The only problem with Bluetooth headphones is that when you have them connected to every device, it tends to find devices that you don't want. That's kind of annoying. Um, there we go. Okay, one moment. So I was a little late on posting this, so I don't know how many people are going to be on tonight. However, so far we've got Turbulent Velocity, Sharon Barnhill, Tiffany. What's up, guys? Thomas, Alan, Ry Davis. Let's see. Alabama won another one. Not surprised. Georgia's still undefeated. Interesting. Notre Dame is having a good year with that out of the way. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Jalen, what's up, man? So tonight we might have a guest on. I don't know. It depends, but I think so. And it's Juan from he's from a YouTube channel called Sports Dynasty Podcast, and he's one of the good guys. He's one of us. He cares about truth and cares about telling it like it is and not sensationalizing sports, which is exactly at its worst at the moment. And I'd like to talk to you guys about that tonight. I mean, yeah, we can talk about the games coming up tomorrow and stuff, and that's fun and making picks and stuff, but it's a guessing game at this point, right? But I thought we'd mix it up a little bit and kind of look at some of these terrible takes that's gone on this week that are just kind of mind-numbingly stupid. And these are so-called professionals that are having these takes, which is really frustrating. Lorenzo Vasquez Solis, welcome. Lord Varsh, how's it going? Angel, hello. Sierra Chubbs. What happened to Sissy Chubbs? Change your name. And Angel, thanks again, man, for that $100 super chat that you sent during our MMA show. That was really awesome of you. I really appreciate that. Okay, so this week I've been working quite a bit. So good news, bad news. Bad news is I'm not as up to date on what happened this week in the ongoing saga that is the NFL as much as I normally am. However, I've gotten a lot of work done in the area of Brady Hate Saga, Basement Butthurt, things like that, which is my main priority right now. I love doing the live shows and stuff, but it was either work on those videos or prepare for this show, and I chose working on the videos. So, and I think you guys can appreciate that. After all, this is how the channel was started to begin with. Thank you, Angel. I appreciate it, man. It's awesome. Okay, I guess we can get started. So, and I will take some calls later on in the show if you guys would like. We haven't done that in a while. I kind of miss hearing from you guys and getting your feedback. So, I'll give you guys the go ahead, and I'll show the link here in a second when I'm ready. So. So the first thing I want to point out is a episode of First Take, and I don't remember which day it was, but it was this week. I think it was from Wednesday. No, it was from Thursday. Actually, it could have been. It's probably from Friday because they talked about Patriots being 6-4. But the question, it was Stephen A. and the big dude. Can't remember his name. But Swagoo, yeah. And the question was, is Bill Belichick vindicated for having let Tom Brady go? Okay. Swagoo, of course, made perfect sense, but because it's a scripted show, the other guy has to take the other side, no matter how idiotic the take could be, no matter how stupid it is, no matter how little sense it makes. They have to do that. And when you do that, it shoots your credibility all to hell, right? But they don't care about that. ESPN, they lost their credibility a long time ago. But the question in itself is absolutely ridiculous. So let's break it down. First of all, like I've always said, Belichick's system right now is working, and I use the term system very loosely, and because usually it has negative associations. But I mean, in the true sense of the word, his philosophy, the way he likes to do things, it works because he's won 6 Super Bowls. Okay. How did he get those 6 Super Bowls? He got them with Tom Brady. Therefore, that system that everyone is in right now, the system that Mac is experiencing, and everyone following his lead, is also in part to Tom Brady. When the Patriots first went on their run, when Tom Brady joined them, or when Tom Brady first started in 2001, even after they won that Super Bowl, and even in 2002, the locker room was not that happy with Bill. They weren't completely bought in like they are, and I say in comparison to how we know the Patriot way to be years after that, right? So Bill had to earn that credit, earn that way to be. You can't just go in and just be a hard ass and be strict and be like a military guy without credibility. And that's why it wasn't, well received by so many of his former coaches as well, because it's like, what have you done? You won under Bill. They don't care about that, right? So what Bill has now was earned also in part with Tom. On the other side of that, Tom goes down and takes the Patriot way down to Tampa Bay. And that is part Belichick, right? So they're part of each other. One equals the other. So everything that Tom knows, and a lot of things that Tom learned, and a lot of things that were implemented in Tampa Bay, especially after their bye week last year, was Patriot stuff. How many times did we watch the Bucs, and when they started getting better, we were like, oh man, look, that's starting to look like the Patriot offense and the Patriot decision making, the Patriot philosophy. And then right now we're watching Mac go through those same kind of progression, and I don't mean progression as far as a quarterback's progressions, but I mean just the progression, and each week they're believing in him more and more. They're giving him more assignments, more to do, exactly the way Tom was treated in 2001. So we're just seeing it works, right? So I think I said this the day that Tom left. One is connected to the other forever. So the question in itself is kind of a bit ridiculous. But I'm going to go ahead and answer it anyway, but I'm going to answer that question that they asked, should Bill Belichick feel vindicated? If we go with their philosophy, their way of thinking, and how they want to go with that, right? Is he vindicated? And again, I don't believe any of this. I think one and the other are together. But to play their game, no. Okay? How can Belichick feel vindicated for letting go the greatest player of all time? You can't without a Super Bowl. Okay? So if he gets a Super Bowl and Tom only wins one, then I guess in their fantasy land, that would equal vindication. But how could you ask such a question when the Patriots are 6-4 and Tom already won a Super Bowl? So again, I'm playing their game. I'm going by what they are saying. So their stuff doesn't make any sense. It's silly. And the only thing I can think of is that, well, maybe they don't believe it. Maybe they're just trying to stir up controversy, but they've been doing this for a while. And it's not First Take isn't the only ones who said this. There's a lot of other people who are posting this. But no. If you asked Bill Belichick if he felt vindicated at 6-4, he would laugh at you. 6-4 means nothing, okay? Let's keep this in perspective, guys. All right? Let's remember that when the Patriots had Tom Brady, 6-4 wasn't good enough for us. We didn't go around, sticking our chest out and saying how great we are. No, we wanted playoff wins. We wanted division. We wanted to win the division. We wanted to win playoffs. And that's where our head should be, and not resting on our laurels. And maybe they're wanting us to do that. Maybe they're wanting us to get comfortable. Maybe they're wanting the Patriots to get comfortable and say, we're doing pretty good. Yeah, it's not going to work, man. And the amount of rabid jealousy and hate towards the Patriots is just sickening. And I'll point this out here in a second, exactly what I'm talking about. Ozymandias, welcome. Ozymandias joins the Cavalry Diplomat Priest. Thank you for becoming a member. Welcome, citizen. I really appreciate it. And guys, if you're not members of the Empire, go ahead and join. And by the way, Addy Visorno, you are now the longest, well, technically, yeah, you're the oldest member now, because the original member decided to cancel his membership, which is fine with me. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you, congrats, Addy, on being the oldest member here. So I think you, along with the Redcoat, I believe, y'all were like minutes apart. but there you go. So, Addy, we'll get to your Browns here in a few minutes, and you're welcome to call if you want to talk about them or not. You don't have to, but I'll open it up for you guys. Celtics Nation, no, I did not see the man in the arena, not yet. I've been meaning to, but I don't know if you heard me at the beginning, but I've been working all week on new videos and also some other things that you guys are going to be interested in. So I haven't been able to watch that. I planned on watching it tonight, later tonight, actually. So, well, Addy, if you do call and you got to get a drink ready, you know what cup to put it in. See, also, let's see. Omar says Mac Jones is the luckiest rookie ever. Yeah. That's exactly how he thinks and talks. Did he really say that? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually really said that. Yeah. Okay. But going back to the jealousy part, Kyle Van Noy has a great game on Thursday night. The very next morning, they surprise drug test them. Random drug testing. Sure. Really? And guys, this isn't the first time. This isn't the first time this has happened. It's so bizarre how people can't see the obvious bias. It's really strange. But that seems to be the way of the world right now, not just in football. It just seems to be how things are done. People, um, not to get too political on you guys, but people right now are sitting in Congress lying their asses off, and nothing happens. Nothing. If any of us lied, even if any of us just lied, um, and committed perjury in a county courthouse, we would all be thrown in jail. We'd be in trouble, man. But they're lying. You know, it used to mean like if you lie to Congress, you're screwed. That used to mean something. But now that's all they ever do is lie. And why wouldn't sports do the same thing, right? So they just randomly do whatever they want. They call it random, random drug testing. Sure. It's just very convenient, isn't it? So, but. Oh, Ozymandias. No, you get to keep, it puts you back. You're still long standing. It puts you back where you were. I know sometimes there's like, you guys have told me there's like situations where the card doesn't charge it right or something, or you switch credit cards, which I've done before too. I totally get that. But you don't lose your spot. It still keeps when you originally started. In fact, I can tell you guys right now. Let me pull it up. So yeah, we have a tie up. We've got Addy Visorno, Nightwalker, and Redcoat. Sorry, I missed the Nightwalker there. And then the next longest is Julius Bayer, John Thomas Chavez, and then after him, a month later was Copycat, uh, Angel, Stephen Allen, Michael Swearingen, Mr. Jameson, Jalen, Luke R. Still don't know Luke's last name. Bitcoin Motorist, See It Twice, Donnie, which is also known as Take a Pick. And then 7 months, we've got Tyree Vaughn. Again, Tyree, thank you so much for your awesome gift. Lord Varsh. And then at 6 months, we've got Leo Gallimara, James Johnson, Frank Ridley. And at 5 months, we've got Diane Tincher, Thomas Allen, Jake Saunders, Atomic Dog 51, Salami Pizza, East Tang. And then at 4 months, we've got Dave Wilhauer. At 2 months, we've got Turbulent Velocity, Marcus Sport 415, and someone called Channel Has Been Deleted. Okay. And at 1 month, we have a lot of new people. Brent Skeet, James Grant, although I could have sworn James Grant. Oh wait, James Grant was on. He had a membership on the other one before we started the membership here on Patreon. Dennis Dinnerling, Ozymandias. Okay, he rejoined. Yeah. Okay. Pedro Cano, Nightly Sinister, Tiffany, Kevin Godnett, Michael Brown, Angel Iliev. We have 2 angels. Okay, that's interesting. And VAS Sherry. Now, Tiffany O, I don't know what Tiffany O's last name is. But, well, I do, but I can't tell you guys. Oh, crap. Yeah, I put the wrong time. I meant Pacific. Whoop. Error. Mental error. Flag on the play. All right. Okay. So, yeah, people are scared that the Patriots are coming back. Um, and they're a little worried. And it's not funny when Tom is doing good. It's definitely not funny if Tom and the Patriots are doing the same thing. But yeah, see it twice. The episode must have been from Wednesday because when I was referring to 6-4, they were. That's what they were. That was the argument Swaggy was making, is that they were 6-4, and that wasn't enough to. So that was in my head. But yeah, the Falcons game. By the way, the Falcons. God dang, man, Matt Ryan needs to get out. He needs to find a way out of there, man. I don't know. I feel bad for the guy. And honestly, with all the praise and hype around Matthew Stafford, which I still can't understand. Everyone's acting like Matthew Stafford was Peyton Manning going to the Broncos or Tom Brady going to the Bucks. And, Matt Ryan is a better quarterback than Matthew Stafford. So if Matthew Stafford can go to LA, hopefully Matt Ryan can actually find a good spot to be in. I was hoping that the Patriots would get him last year, but the Atlanta Falcons, they first pretended like they were going to be open to trading Matt, or hearing offers, and then after the Patriots were interested, and then they changed their mind all of a sudden because Arthur Blank and Robert Kraft, they act like they're friends, but they're not. Arthur Blank can't stand Robert Kraft, so. Okay. I'm going to show you guys something. This is how you completely discredit your company. Now, this guy writes for Pro Football Focus. And they have a lot of bad takes. Sometimes they have good ones. But what's wrong with this picture? Anybody point out? There's several things wrong with this picture. And that's not rhetorical. I'm actually asking you guys what you see wrong with it. Okay. Omar, Tiffany, no Tom. What else is wrong with it? That's the most obvious one, yes. And that's probably the most egregious. Right? See it twice, Lord Varsh, Addy. Wait, no, that's Jalen. Okay, if Addy's ready to call in, that means he has been drinking. Good. Lord Varsh, see it twice. Mahomes is in there. Why is Mahomes on there? Exactly. What else? There's someone missing from this picture. Not just Tom. There's two other guys that should be in that picture. And you could probably remove one of them, other than Mahomes. Exactly. James Johnson, Salmon. But yes. Where's Aaron Rodgers? Where is, and who? Tiffany. Boom. Got it. Tiffany got it. So, also Salmon got it. Lamar Jackson. Where's Lamar Jackson? So, what this should really look like, I'm sorry. I like Josh Allen, but he's not in the MVP race. Mahomes? No. Oh, okay, Daniel. I'm sorry. See it twice. Yeah, the thing goes fast. So if I didn't see it, okay. So see it twice got credit for Lamar first. Sorry. But yeah, so this list should be this grouping. I'm okay with Stafford. I'm okay with Football Baby. I'm okay with Dak. Those two got to go out. And then you've got to put Tom in the middle, of course. And then you've got to add Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson. There you go. Okay? Now, under their own ranking, under their own statistics and things, this is a garbage list. This is when you overall put it together. And listen, omitting somebody is just as bad as putting a bad person there. Okay? You know what, Tiffany? Yeah, and Dak is questionable. Exactly. But if I'm just going to be nice and kind of say, okay, I'm okay with it, then I get it. You know, the Cowboys have a good record. They're playing well. Okay, fine. But Stafford, Football Baby are the only two on there that are really the obvious choices. But Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, and Tom Brady, all three missing. We know why Tom Brady's missing. We definitely know why Aaron Rodgers is missing. But why is Lamar not on here? Why is this dude always getting left out? And I just need to understand this. So, exactly, Omar, sins of omission. Very good. Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, maybe one day he'll be on this list, but not right now. Oh, man. I hate this. The lighting's weird. This is why I wear sunglasses sometimes, because the lighting is very strange. It starts to make me dizzy. Yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to show you guys my eyes, so you know sometimes, so you don't always looking at me through sunglasses. But these lights, the way they're made, they're just really bright. It's the only way to get the green screen to work correctly. Yeah, well, I'm not worried about, losing one game or anything like that, or, having a bad game. But you gotta, we know what the MVP is now. We know it's whatever is the story at the moment, and they're trying to make this happen. Okay, they're trying to make a story happen, and they want Stafford to be the MVP. He's in LA, of course. They want Football Baby to happen. They want Josh Allen to happen because they're young and they're trying to, move that in that direction. Patrick Mahomes, they cannot get this guy's junk out of their mouth long enough to write anything of substance. How Mahomes is even on that picture, that has got to be the worst decision in all of this. That's got to be the weirdest one, is to put him on there. They just cannot. They just cannot stop. They can't get. Ugh, it's infuriating. But what about Brian Hoyer? Has a rookie quarterback ever led a team to a Super Bowl appearance? No. Pickle Rick. That seems very suspicious. I think I know who you are, Pickle Rick. Ozymandias asks, can you give MVP to a quarterback who does not make first place in conference at end of regular season? Yeah, that's a good question, right? Sharon Barnhill. Aaron, you haven't changed very much since you were in high school. Miss Barnhill. She says, you look great. Love your show. Thank you. I I can't call you Sharon. It's weird. I have to call you Miss Barnhill. But thank you so much. And tell your daughter I said hello. Bill Murray. Aaron without glasses is like an MVP list without Brady. Am I that terrible? Ray Davis says, wow, she got a smile out of you. Oh, come on. I'm not that grumpy. Am I? I better not ask that question. So don't answer that. All right. So yeah. Sometimes I just wonder what's going through guys' minds when they do stuff like this. But see, I understand doing things like this for you're wanting a little controversy. That makes sense. But if you go too far, then all of a sudden you lose credibility and you look like a complete idiot. And so I wouldn't be willing to do that. Just don't get it. Yeah, Twitter's a cesspool. Hey, Daniel, see it twice. Did you find the time machine? Were you able to use that time machine and go back in time? It looks like okay. All right. No, Mac Jones is not MVP. But that's fine though. You don't want that kind of pressure on him right now. Listen, I'll tell you what. Zach Stacy beat the living crap out of his girlfriend. You guys remember him? I don't know if you guys seen this video or not. But it's just I I don't know if you want to watch it. I mean, you can probably find it on Twitter or something. But Zach Stacy used to be the a running back in the NFL. I even had him on my fantasy team one year, I believe. But yeah, that's interesting. Um, but what we really need to talk about is Antonio Brown and his little vaccination card, because that's important. So that is what we need to focus on, is Antonio Brown. And what we need to focus on is Kyle Van Noy and all that. But yeah, that's fine. I just don't understand why that girl. Listen, there's no way that that's the first time he's done that. Zach Stacy, if you saw that video, there's no way that that is the first time that all of a sudden he just freaks out and does that. Those things like that are in people's nature. You know who they are. You know how they are. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with him. Hopefully he's put away a long enough time to where she doesn't even have to make a decision whether to get rid of him or not. But listen, women need to smarten up here, okay? You know a guy. You know how he is if he's going to do that to you, or if he's willing to do that to you. Zach Stacy is a freaking animal. He's an animal. He's a zoo animal. That's it. That's all he is. He should not be allowed to be around other humans for a very long time. Okay? If you think that's a hot take, watch the video and you'll completely understand what I'm saying. But listen, why do women stay with guys like this? I just don't understand it. Ray Rice's fiance, married him. She was his fiance when he knocked her out in the hotel and in the elevator. And then she married him after that. What in the hell? Can you ladies out there please explain to me what is the thinking process here? So just stop with guys like this. Just they show you who they are. They don't have to hit you yet to show you who they are. Okay? You know it's coming. You can tell. And you probably have heard or seen things about them. Listen, I know things about Milena, for example. I know if she would do something like that or anything like that, or she knows about me. She knows how I am. It's just, you know who people are, and you know what they're capable of or what they're not capable of, or if they're rational or if they're irrational, if they're violent or if they're not violent. And god dang, man, I mean, it'd be nice if the justice system puts him away long enough to where she doesn't have to worry about it. But if he does get out fast or isn't sent for too long, which, my God, man, if you watch that video, it looks like attempted murder, then hopefully she gets the hell out of there. So. And I tell you what, if you need to know when you're dating someone wrong for you and you can't see it, ask your family and your friends. If you get a consensus there, that's probably okay. So I'm not saying there isn't exceptions in that scenario. But if you trust your family and your friends and you got a good environment around you and people that you trust, if they're all saying, hey, there's something wrong here, then you got to listen. Give me just one moment, guys. All right. But yeah, that's I just and again, I'm not saying that it's her fault. That's absolutely not what I'm saying. I'm saying I like to prevent things before they go wrong, okay? And you see things coming. It's just like in football or sports or anything like that. You kind of know, you go out there and you see things that are coming, and you have a sense of how things are, and there's warning signs everywhere. You just got to look for them. So, but yeah, that video pissed me off so badly, and I bet for women it's frightening to watch. So I don't even understand like how you get to that point. You know, what could have happened so much for you to get that mad? I mean, even if, like, let's say worst case scenario, she was cheating on Zach Stacy. Well, then leave. Why would you want to be with someone who's cheating on you? Why would you want to be with them? Like if they're doing something like that, then just, I mean, I'm not saying you won't be mad or hurt or whatever, but why give up your life and then try to hurt someone to do that? I just don't get it. It just doesn't make sense. But I don't even know if that's the case. I doubt that's the case. In fact, if you hear them talking, they're kind of just talking normal, although that doesn't tell the story, of course. But what he did was attempted murder, it looked like. And I'll give it to her, though. She's a tough lady, because that was a beating. She got thrown into a TV. The TV landed on her, and then he went back and did it again. And he picked her up again. I mean, it looked like I mean, honestly, I'm not kidding. It looked like WWE. Like he was doing like wrestling moves, like when the Undertaker takes you and choke slams you or whatever down, and that's the kind of crap he was doing to her, man. So, all right. But remember, the NFL, all that matters, all that matters is that Antonio Brown was accused of forging his VAX card. And I only use that stupid word because if I use the whole word, it'll trigger some kind of crap. So, but that's what we should worry about. By the way, the Rams are 0-2 since they said they were all in. Now, I don't know if you guys saw the meme I posted, but John Malkovich's character in Rounders that they used in the meme, yeah, he loses to Matt Damon. So, I don't know. That was bad. I don't think they thought that through. Okay. Okay. So, I have a guest coming on, and we're going to talk a few minutes about state of the Patriots. I'm pretty sure he's going to want to talk about. And after that, if you guys are interested, I'll take some of y'all's phone calls. And until he um, able to get on, I sent him the link. But until then, I'm going to read and see what you guys are up to here. No, Omar. What I was referring to about Van Noy is um, they piss tested him after Thursday night's game when they saw that he had a good game. They assumed that he was on PEDs the next morning. So the next morning they randomly drug tested him. And then at the same time, we're worried about Antonio Brown. But the NFL, I don't see anybody really caring too much about what Zach Stacy did. And that's relevant news because he's a former NFL player. And I've seen every time a former Patriots, some Patriot player, even if they were on the team for like, if they were just practice squad players, they will run it, through every news media they can find, even regular media. So why not this? I don't see why not, right? So who is my pick for coach of the year so far, Jalen? Um, Probably. I guess you'd have to give it to Cliff Kingsbury or Mike Vrabel. So AFC, Mike Vrabel, NFC, Cliff Kingsbury. That's right this second. So Bruce Arians, You're funny, Pickle Dick. What do I think about Mac Jones and going forward? Well, that's another thing regarding Mac Jones that I don't get. They're constantly comparing them to Tom in the sense that, well, first of all, Mac was a first round pick. Tom wasn't. Mac played for a legendary coach. Tom didn't. So there's differences there. Okay, we have Juan joining us. And, but you told me it was just you. Okay, just a second.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Give me 1 second, and I'll add you guys up here to the screen.
Come on. Why can't I hear you? 1 second. Did I miss something? I don't want to be on that.
Yeah, we're on now.
I know we're on, but I can't hear
Hey, guys, I see you.
Sorry, Vaughn. 1 second. I might put on the regular thing. Hopefully it doesn't sound like crap.
I can hear you.
How about this?
Okay, sounds like they're having technical difficulties at the moment. At least it's not testicle difficulties. You guys haven't heard that in a while. No, Minuteman, what is fresh and fit? I don't know what that is. Tom Brady should get Coach of the Year. I like it. Hey, Juan, I can hear you guys. Not anymore. Now I can't. I could hear you before, but now I can't hear you anymore.
How about this?
Yeah.
Yes, now?
Yeah.
Perfect,
Hey.
Perfect. There we go. My gosh. We just did a whole 2-hour show and everything wants to get messed up.
Dude.
Oh, man.
My show is cursed, I'm telling you. Like always something, or always something, even out of your control. That isn't. It's funny. But so how you guys doing?
Doing pretty good, buddy. I'm pretty good. You know. Yeah, man. Long week. I'm happy for a big win on Thursday. We're happy
Absolutely.
for that. Yeah, playing on all cylinders right now defensively. Wow, and then my boy Ramondre Stevenson playing out of his mind. School those people. Oh, it's great, man. It's great.
Cool. So
let's join in the party. What you guys were talking about? What's going on?
Oh, I was doing my normal complain about crap. So, I was talking about the Zach Stacy video. Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, and before that, I was. Dude, that guy needs to be. That was attempted murder. That has to be right. Like, there's no other.
He's gonna get it in jail. They're gonna come after him. Karma is bi the rest of the word. He gonna get it in jail for that because that was ridiculous,
horrible,
pathetic, disgusting.
I don't know if y'all seen. Colin Kaepernick is still whining about not being in the NFL, and I don't understand. I mean, I don't even care about the other stuff. I'm talking just football terms, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Cam Newton was MVP in 2015, okay? Cam took it. He was no longer wanted by the Panthers. He went and he played in New England for $1 million, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He just did his job. He went in, he did his job, and now he's back with Carolina, okay? So he stuck it out. He did his work. Colin was offered a backup job in Baltimore, and he'd be backing up Lamar Jackson right now.
Yep.
But he didn't want the job, and he turned down how many different backup jobs? The point I'm getting at is that Look what Cam Newton did, and Cam was MVP. So I'm so sick of hearing this. I'm so tired of it. Sometimes your career goes in a weird trajectory. You've got to do things, and you got to swallow your pride. And as far as I'm concerned, that ship has sailed now. Because what is he? 34. He hasn't played competitive ball in years. Like it's been 4 or 5 years, right? Something like that.
It's been like 5 years. I cannot believe this is
2016.
I can't believe this is still a thing at this point. It's pathetic.
getting
It's
sick
because of
of it.
Nike. I know Nike
Yeah.
gives them a lot of attention. It's because of Nike. Like, why you still have spotlight at this point?
It's unfortunate because it's like, now granted, the NFL does have their fair share of they don't look good in this either, but the time when they offer him that half-ass workout to work out, just to say that they give him a chance, even if it was for publicity, you still take that. And hey, you work your ass off, you show them what you still have it or not. Because last time we checked, the last time we seen you on a football field, you were god awful.
Mhm.
So don't you want to prove people wrong that, hey, I can still play in this league? But when given the opportunity, you was like, oh, I'm gonna do it on my terms. Like, who do you think you are? Like, you don't have any leverage. Who do you think you are? Like, so he to me, it was more of just him just wanting to be in the spotlight, say, hey, I need the attention on me. Because other than that, because he's not talented enough for everyone else to grasp to him. Like, it's ridiculous. Why is Colin Kaepernick still in the NFL airways anyway? Why are we talking about him for? To me, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's always there, and it's weird, especially after he compared the NFL Combine to slavery. I mean, where does he come up with this stuff? Does he? When you say things like that,
slavery too.
Yeah, when you say things like that, you really water down things that really happened. You know, like you make it look ridiculous, and you make yourself look ridiculous. It's just mind blowing that anyone listens to this person. And I don't know. I mean, Michael Vick went to prison and came back. He went to prison and came back. All Colin did was just, I mean, come on, dude. Seriously? I mean, whatever. Michael Vick was the most. Yeah.
Jay Cutler retired and then got a phone call the next year to play for the Dolphins. It can be done. All you got to do is just chill and abide by the rules. But again, when you think you're hot stuff, there you go. Yeah, like, it makes no damn sense.
Yeah. And, when he did that workout, I was actually looking forward to seeing it. I wanted to know what he was going to look like. And, the Patriots, among other teams, went to that workout, and then only a few showed up to the second workout because he changed the time. He changed the time of the workout. They were there. They didn't have to go, but they were there. We all watched. Everyone was wanting to know what's going on. But anyway, I'm just saying that it's just ridiculous. But
yes, it is.
But Michael Vick, Michael, he's better than Colin, way better than Colin, of course. I'm not saying that they're the same player. But the point to be made is even Michael Vick took a backup job. He backed up Donovan McNabb in Philadelphia. So you got to be able to swallow your pride and say, listen, I got to get back in there, And with Cam, Cam didn't even have to back up anybody. Cam got the starting job, and he got the start for the New England Patriots. So it's not like it was a lost year. It just, last year was unfortunate. Last year was weird. The whole COVID thing and the situation. The whole year was strange. Okay, but yeah, you got to be able to do do what you have to and show that you've still got it. And that's what I just don't get about this. But like you said, even a guy like Jay Cutler, I mean, the guy who gives zero craps about anything. I mean, does he even care that he's alive? And this guy still got a job offer and went and played. So, but they notice that they never mention the part about Nike where they have slave labor in China, right? Or children labor and all that crap. They don't mention that part. I'm just curious about that.
Of course not.
So
of course
we have a super chat, a $5 super chat from Angel Iliev. He says, just showing my support, VAS. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. But I don't know. Have you guys heard about what Scottie Pippen said recently?
Oh.
Yes.
Every time we meet up to record, he has something new to say about Scottie Pippen. Every time, dude.
My God. It is so bad. It irritates to me because it's like, this is what kills me. You praised him. You allowed this man to induct you into the Hall of Fame. You allowed this man to induct you to the Hall of Fame, right? You said that, recently you said that, that you can't see in a world how LeBron James is better than Jordan. Now, 2 years later, you're saying that, LeBron's the GOAT, saying, Jordan was a bad, really? Like, where is this coming from? Listen, it bothers me because it's like, he lacks accountability. Like, he wants to blame everybody for his shortcomings but himself.
Okay, but before you get started, tell everybody what he said or what's going on real quick so they know.
Basically what's going on, his book came out. His book comes out. He basically saying that Jordan's ruining the game of basketball, saying that that kids this is what he said. He said kids on the courts are playing fundamental basketball, picking screens. Now they're playing like hero ball, which is a bunch of crap because if you go on any playground in America, everyone trying to score the points they can get. It's all about them. So I don't see what he's talking about there, saying he's bad for basketball. That's one. And then it's like he's still upset about everything that happened with The Last Dance. He feels that he was disrespected. He feels that he doesn't get any credit or appreciation from the league or for us, saying that that it wasn't just Jordan, it was him. Then he said that that Jordan wouldn't be a champion without him. And it's like, what are you talking about? It's like, first of all, to say that he doesn't get credit is ridiculous. He's known as the top 75 player in the NBA, in the
top 50
NBA of all time.
Top 50.
Top 50.
And that's
top 50 and 75. That's the highest score you can get. And then how many times has he won all NBA awards? Not all-star, not only all-stars, all NBA.
Yeah, all NBA defense.
All NBA defense. You are a ferocious defender, like one of the best defenders we've seen in the game. In the game's ever seen. And you talking about you don't get enough credit. You've been getting credit for the last 25 years. Even after you retire, you've been getting credit. Say, hey, he was a big part of that Bulls dynasty. And now you're saying now you're butthurt and upset because you make it seem that that Jordan was bigger than life, made it by himself. Now you're complaining. Like, to me, it's just sour grapes. Get over it, bro. Like,
the thing is before he started talking junk, I had high respect for him. I considered him one of the greats. I always included him, in my mind, like when I would think about great players. And he was on the dream team, for Christ's sakes. I mean, that was that's your respect right there, And I now he makes himself look worse by propping up Jordan and talking good about Jordan. It makes him look good, It's what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when Giants fans go around saying that the Patriots suck and we suck, and they make fun of us for losing to the Giants in the Super Bowl. And I'm like, you idiots realize that by saying the Patriots they suck and that they weren't good enough to beat your team, you degrade your victory? Do you not understand that? Like, it's like, what's the thinking process here? And then Scottie Pippen, just when you thought it couldn't get dumber, did you see this take about Tom Brady?
No, I didn't see it.
That was today. No. He said Tom Brady can't be the greatest football player because he doesn't return punts, kick field goals, catch the ball, run the ball, play defense, make tackles.
Who does? This is 1930? Who does?
George Blanda? I don't know.
Scottie Pippen needs to honestly just someone take Scottie Pippen's phone away from him. Take his phone away. Scottie Pippen, worry about I think there's something wrong with him, like mentally wrong with him, as far as like, hey, there's a lot of things going on in his life that he's trying to take it on everybody. We're not gonna talk about his personal life.
I'm about to say he got problems on his own personal life. He got to worry about before he talks about everybody else.
Exactly. First of all,
didn't his wife leave him or something, or cheat on him? I don't know exactly, but
if I had money, she probably would come to me. If I had money, that's how bad it is. That's not the point.
She one of those. Okay.
Yes, just one of those. For him to say that Tom Brady is not the greatest of all time is out. Even though that's his opinion, is dumb. Like he doesn't return punts. He plays the most important position in the sport. Like
I can argue in sports.
Exactly.
In sports.
Quarterback.
And it's the only position where you have to know everybody else's job. Okay?
Yes.
You have to know everybody's job, everybody's assignment at the same time. It's just he doesn't understand it. He doesn't get the game. And LeBron said something like that too, very similar, I think. Where I'm the GOAT or whatever, or not the GOAT of basketball, but he said Tom Brady couldn't be because Tom doesn't play defense. So this seems to be like a basketball
versus football
mentality versus football. Yeah. And the thing about Pippen saying this is that, well, did MJ ever play center?
No.
I don't think so. And did he even ever play point guard with the exception of bringing the ball down sometimes like Kobe would do? But he never was officially a point guard, right?
He's never a distributor. That was his problem. That's what took him so long to win.
So,
no.
Yeah, Kobe was never known as a facilitator either.
No.
So, and of course they didn't play center. So I just don't understand the logic here. I don't get it. Is he just trying to sell books or something? I mean, that's probably...
Yes, that has to be what it is.
You can sell books without looking like a complete idiot. And listen, nothing is worse to your reputation than ridicule, okay? You can be loved, you can be hated, you can be people just think you're a horrible person. That's still better. You can come back from that faster than you can come back from ridicule and being considered an idiot. And that's what he's done. And it's really pathetic, actually. We have a $2 super chat. Let me read these super chats real quick. We have a $2 super chat from James Johnson. I should say Consul James Johnson. He says, white people are at the draft too. Yes, exactly. Yeah. I don't understand what he's talking about. And honestly, the combine is one of the greatest moments in an athlete's life. I can only imagine getting called. Remember when we were in high school and someone told you that you were going to get to go to the combine? Yes, please. Sign me up. They can look at me. They can examine me like I'm being abducted by aliens. I don't give a crap, right?
Funny they call it slavery, right? It can make them money. Ask John Ross. Didn't that is the reason why he was drafted so high? So where's slavery if you're getting paid extra millions because you can run very fast?
Yeah, it's a stupid equivalency. And
hello,
yeah. James Johnson sends another $2 super chat. He says, Kaepernick makes more money complaining than playing. That actually is true. Absolutely. VAS Sherry sends a $1.50 super sticker that is a purple cat. Okay.
Cool.
Well, she knows I like cats, so.
Not bad. Wish I could see it. Yeah, chat's going crazy. They're saying that he did play point guard for a season in the 80s and that he averaged 8 assists.
See it twice. Says MJ did play point guard for a season during the 80s. He averaged 8 assists per game that year. Did he play center ever? I'm just curious.
No.
Then he's not the GOAT. Unless you can find me a time where Michael Jordan played center, he's not the GOAT, right? I'm just going by what Scottie Pippen's saying. So, I don't know. I don't understand this.
Stupidity.
What did you guys think? Did you guys hear about Kyle Van Noy being piss tested this morning or yesterday morning after the Thursday night football game?
About the fans in Atlanta?
No. Thursday night, Kyle Van Noy, when he had a great game against the Falcons. The next morning, the NFL gives him a urine test.
They drug tested him?
Yeah, yes. Right. Yeah, remember, yeah.
You can't make this stuff up, dude. Seriously.
You can't make this stuff up. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, why? Because he's always he's having an incredible game. What's going on here? He wasn't crap last season. Oh, they got to drug test him. There's no way he's on something. I'm like, what that's crap. It's garbage. It's garbage. It's
they didn't piss test what's his face? Oh, come on. Cleveland Browns. their best player, Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett.
They didn't piss test Myles Garrett after he took a helmet to somebody's head.
Oh yeah, from 2 years ago. That's true. They didn't. You're right.
I mean, that's roid rage right there, dude. Come on.
Yup, exactly right.
But he's not on the Patriots. I'm sorry. It's just, it's true. You know it's true.
I'm about to say, we had a bad season and they still treating us the same way we were winning. I love it though. I like the attention sometimes.
Yeah, the media.
Yeah.
Just love
I
us.
kind of missed it actually. Last year was weird.
Right.
Like I was like, how come we're not being hated enough? It just sucks. See It Twice sends a membership chat. He says, Pippen said MJ made kids not want to pass, yet MJ averaged more assists per game than Scotty. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true. Yeah, I think like 0.5, like 0.5. I think maybe like a tenth of an assist more than, which is still more
So
than
what?
like,
More is more.
Still more is more. Who cares? It just comes off as sour grapes, and it's like Scottie Pippen, you're embarrassing yourself. Like
he really is a crybaby.
He's a crybaby.
Mhm.
It's embarrassing. It's like, come on, man. Like all this for a book that I'm sorry. You doing this made me not want to read the book. Like, I don't know if you're gonna read it. Or I'm not gonna pay money for it. I'll probably find that.
No.
I'll probably laugh. I'll probably laugh if I see it. If I see it in my public library and I see, oh, Unguarded, I'm gonna read this a little bit, but I'm not gonna pay my hard-earned money for that. No, it's garbage. I'll just get it somewhere else. At the end of the day, but at the end of the day, it's idiotic, and I want to say I feel bad for him because it's like, hey, it happens. How have the mighty have fallen? Like, it just shows that, hey, it's unfortunate. It's dumb, but Scottie Pippen just needs to stop talking for a while.
Yeah, I would have got it just because it's him if he hadn't done all this stuff. So it actually backfired, because now he sounds crazy, which means that everything I read, here's why do we read books from athletes? We want the stories. We want to know the private stories. But now we know he's talking crazy, then that means every story we're reading is probably fictional. Or even if it's not, we think it's fictional. Because once you've ruined your reputation, we can't believe anything that's in the book, so it's no longer interesting. Because anybody can just make up stuff. We want to know what really happened and how things went. And he shot his credibility. So whatever he was trying to do to what he was thinking, it's backfired on him. Because now I'm not going to read it. So otherwise I would have. So, because it was Scottie Pippen, his name was enough. I read Rodman's book. It was Rodman. Okay, I'll read it. I want to know. It was fast. You don't even think about it. You're like, yeah, hell yeah, I want to read that. Tom Brady comes out with a book. You're going to read it, right?
Oh yeah,
of course.
That was Scottie Pippen's name is enough on its own, and he didn't have to do all this. And that's what I don't get. It's really unfortunate. But I wish basketball players would stop talking about football. They do
this a lot, especially on ESPN. Kendrick Perkins does this a lot. When I was watching, traditional sports media, there's a question they asked. They say, "Oh, which sport is more physical and more physical? An 82 game grind from the NBA or a 16-17 game season with football?" And then I'm listening to it, and then hearing Kendrick Perkins talk about how it's more difficult to win in the NBA and to go through a grind because the playoffs is the 2 month long. You go through series, stuff like that, and I'm like,
there's a reason why it's only 16 games or 17 now in the NFL season. It's because if you play more, you don't know how many people are going to go to the mother trucking hospital. It's just common sense. Things answer themselves. You know what I mean?
And then it's like, especially makes it worse. Now it would have been different. And I maybe would have took it a little seriously if you had dual athletes, like 2 sport athletes, talking about who play both in the NBA and play both in the NBA and NFL, which probably no. But or if you have someone who's played, like if Allen Iverson were to say, hey, who he has played football before he transitioned to basketball, but even it's not the NFL, but it's still, and the football is football, and the amount of strain you put on your body, the workouts and practice. Practice alone makes your body tired. So you know what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna imagine playing a full game and then next week you have to do it again all over again.
Especially when he was playing, because he would have played when there was tackling in practice.
Yeah,
so,
right.
So so it's one thing, but at the end of the day, just the comparison is so stupid. And it's like, why do we keep asking the same bull question? Because it's like, hey, you know, at the end of the day, if you're a basketball player, you're gonna say your own sport, which that's ridiculous. You know, it's just dumb.
Yeah, but I don't even think about it though. As a fan, I don't think about it. I don't sit there and go, oh, one is better than the other or worse than the other. I enjoy each sport separately. You know, I don't. Who comes up with this crap? I just don't get it.
Say, you know what's funny too? You do not hear football players saying these type of things about basketball players either. So I wonder who are the bigger divas at the end of the day. You don't hear football players talking crap about basketball. They watch and they comment positively. They'll say they're showing respect to them, respecting the game. But why the other way around? The basketball players have a need to bash on the other league.
Which is weird because the NBA players on average make more money. You know,
I was about to say that.
And they're superstar. You know, NBA is superstar driven, as where football is not. Like there's exceptions. Tom, Peyton, you know, Aaron Rodgers, Mahomes, but most players are virtually anonymous and across the country and across the world. Nobody even knows who they are that well. But NBA players, I mean, you can be below mediocre and be making $10 million a year, you know, and people know who you are. It's just, I don't understand why it's weird that you think the football players would have the chip on their shoulder. You think they would be the ones that are, you know, have a bone to pick with being jealous of basketball and all that. So it's just really bizarre how they act. We have a super chat, $5 super chat from See It Twice. He says, Scottie Pippen, for all his contributions to the greatest team in NBA history, is an absolute beta male. And he knows it, and he can't get over it.
The crazy thing is that word for word, that's exactly what I'm going to say. But I didn't know how the lines of here to... So he's 100% correct. And one of the problem is not everyone can be the alpha. And there's nothing wrong with that. Not everyone could be, hey, the alpha comes in here, yo, I demand respect from everybody around me, from my peers, or everyone around me. Not everyone has that pull like Michael Jordan does. Not everyone can, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with being number two. But the fact that he wants to be number one so bad, and it's like, he can't. It just bothers him. You know what I'm saying? But
let me ask you this: Who was the man during those Utah Jazz teams in the '90s? Who was the main guy?
That's a good question. I mean, if you want to say, I guess John Stockton was the point guard, but Karl Malone was the man, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Who would you rather be? Scottie Pippen with 6 rings being number 2, or Karl Malone with no rings in Utah while being the man with no rings? Who would you rather be?
Scottie Pippen, no question. On my championships. Hello.
Yeah, I won championships.
Easily. It's a no-brainer, you know? So, yeah, being the man, whoop the effing do. You know what I mean? But you're second to the GOAT. To the GOAT. That's you know, I just don't get it. I don't get how that could be a problem for you. That's like being Julius Caesar's second in command, and you're whining about it, you know?
It was funny, too. Everybody is behind the GOAT. So what's the big deal? You know, you're not the only one. Everybody is below Michael Jordan.
Everybody, yeah.
So what the hell's the problem? I'm confused.
There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with not being the top. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Everyone has a role to play. Like I said, he does have a point to a certain extent. Michael Jordan didn't win until y'all got there, which is true. He needed to grow as well. He was already great. He was already great before he got there.
And also needed a team, because that team was horrific before him.
He needed a team. So yeah, you helped. Your contributions are definitely noted, and no one can ever take that from you.
Yep.
It's just dumb for him to continue to come after Jordan, like I don't want to say don't bite the hand that feeds you, but like yeah, don't bite the hand that feeds you, man. Like let's be honest. When Jordan left, retired the first time, yeah, the Bulls were a good team. They were on top of the East during that time.
They went to the conference finals, I believe.
They lost to the Magic in the conference semifinals.
Oh, semifinals. Okay.
Yeah, they lost to the semifinals, and that's okay, and that is fine. But my thing is, you're just not the guy that could push the envelope to continue to the next level. You're a great team, just not a number one guy. It's fine, but we need. Listen, it's just humble. Be humble, and I don't understand. I don't understand what's wrong with him.
Well, he's tearing his legacy apart when we all thought of highly of him. I always thought highly of him. And yes. Plus, even better, he's from Arkansas. So that's where I'm from. So we all knew about him back then, when he played when he played in Arkansas and when he was up and coming. So it's an embarrassment. It's stupid looking. But let's talk about the Patriots for a little bit. What do you guys see? Okay, just be completely honest, not what you want to happen. What do you think? Do we win the division? First, I'm going to ask that.
Whew. I'm going to say no. I'm going to stick with my prediction from the beginning of the season. I do think Buffalo takes the AFC East, but we at least made it interesting. We made it interesting. It's not a runaway like a lot of them say it was going to be. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a runaway. We're going to run away with the division, blah, blah, blah. We're still into it. But I think that we're going to have to, there's still a lot of work to be done right now. Right now, just having us be better all around, trying to be paid to the best of our potential right now. But, and it's still kind of early to tell right now. I think that I'm going to say no. But
we're 7-4, right?
7-4, they're 6-3, yeah. Yeah. And also, and I'm not gonna lie to you, our schedule gets tougher after that. After we play Tennessee next Sunday, then we have Buffalo on Monday night and then Indianapolis after our bye week. So that's already a tough slate of games already. And then Buffalo's schedule gets a lot easier. So I'm not saying that. I mean, anything can happen.
Kind of. They have us twice: Tampa, New Orleans. I don't know if there's anything else after that. I think they beat us by a game. I think we're going to be one game behind them.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Because that rough stretch in the beginning is what's going to cost us this division. But being 5th seed,
yeah,
it is what it is. That's what I'm going to go with. Yeah, by one game. Because we're going to split with Buffalo.
Yes.
They're going to take one. We're going to take one from each other.
Guys, be sure to... I'm sorry. I was just going to say, be sure to subscribe to Sports Dynasty Podcast. I'm putting the link to their channel on YouTube into the comment section here. You guys see that? But yeah, make sure to go in there. And I've done interviews with them before too. I think I've done 2 or 3, right? Something like that in the past.
2 of them there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, please make sure to do that. And okay, cool. But yeah, the rest of the season, what you're saying, Juan, before I interrupted you?
I'm trying to think. This is tough. And I think we would lose out by one game. That Tampa game against Buffalo is going to be very telling. That's going to be something right there. Because they still got to go against each other. They win that Tampa game, then they got it. That's what I'll say. That's going to come down to that game. Hopefully Tom does the solid since he wanted to beat us. So he better do the same thing. But that's what's going to be the game right there.
That will help. Definitely. Yeah. Because... yeah, so if Buffalo wins, that's going to seal the deal because we have similar schedules going out. I haven't looked at every game.
We do. That's why it's tough for me.
Yeah. I just wish the Patriots and Bucks game was this month. Like
please.
Why in the world did they not schedule that for like Thanksgiving? Why? That should have been a Thanksgiving Thursday night prime time. Come on. It would be completely different. It's just the way it would go. It would have been, it's just, and yeah, that night was hurt a little bit by the weather, and you can't predict that. But still, it's just both teams are kind of a little, that was just a sloppy ass game in week 4. It was. Let's be honest. So it wasn't what we expected.
I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. I think the score was lower than I thought because nobody hit 20, but I
Yeah.
knew it was going to be very, very close. But Belichick, not. Like, I understand what happened because the week before that, the Saints beat the hell out of the Patriots. So it's like, all right, people were really looking down on the Patriots and whatnot, but I said no. I'm pretty sure Belichick, since the second Tom left, he had that game circle. He said, when I see this man on the other side of the field, I'm getting on him. No one knows him better than Belichick. So I knew it was going to be a close game. But the passive nature of that offense would have lost us that game, and it still pisses me off to this day. If we were just a little bit more aggressive, not taking a 56-yard field goal in the rain, for example. Oh,
that I still say that was a bad call. I still say
it was horrific.
I agree.
Horrific call.
You don't do that. You have to go for it there, considering the situation. And like I said, I don't know if you guys saw my take on that after the game, but my position was basically it's a win-win. It's a win-win. So if you go for it and you get closer, you don't leave any time for Tom, and then you got an easier field goal, or you score a touchdown, right? But if you don't get the conversion, Mac comes off the sidelines, and you tell Mac, listen, man, I did that. I know you didn't get the first down. I did that because I believe in you. And guess what? I'm going to do it again.
Yes.
It's a win-win. But kicking a field goal seemed scared, and it seemed anti-Belichick. It was weird. I was yelling at the TV, like, what the hell's happening here?
We all were.
You gotta. I mean, you gotta put your faith in. I don't care if he's a rookie. He's not a rookie anymore. Okay, he's not a rookie anymore. He's what? He's played 11 games. At what point are you a baby? You're not a baby anymore, So it's just, yeah. So I didn't like that call, but, well, I guess technically he wasn't. It was week 4, but so that doesn't make any sense. But you get my point. It's you've got to put faith in him. What do you think about the Bucks and all the penalties and?
I had Tom MVP going into this. Then that last week, I can't wait to see the rest of this going forward because this is very interesting. These injuries on both sides of the ball now. It's not if the beginning of the season was just defense. All the corners were done. There was no secondary plays at all. So that explained why the Bucks couldn't get any stops or whatever in the beginning of the season. Now the receivers are starting to go down. And I always said this about this team. I know for a fact Tom don't like Chris Godwin because every time they hook up, something bad happens. I don't know what's up with them.
I know.
And he only likes to use Mike Evans in the end zone. That's it. He doesn't really have much trust in players in between the sticks. Like between the end zones, he likes Antonio because he's had Antonio before, for like 5 minutes. He loves Gronk because that's the best QB receiver tandem ever. You know what I'm saying? He has his specific players he likes, and that was the same thing in New England. He has specific players that he goes to when things get a little rough. Now that he doesn't have those specific players, he's a little on. You see when he plays, he kind of hesitates. He doesn't want to give it to those. He doesn't really trust them like that. So I see that now. So now that Antonio's not there and Gronk's not there, it's like he's a little antsy. He has to figure that part out, which it's Tom. He's going to freaking figure it out. I'm not really afraid of what's going on for them, but it's just interesting to see. But they're playing the Giants. They'll win. They'll be fine. I didn't really care much about the Washington thing that much. I'm just looking like, damn. But the biggest thing we've said about this season all year in our show is that no one's really that good this year. Everybody is much closer to everybody else. So it doesn't surprise me that they finally had that type of loss. Because New Orleans, I guess Champlain just knows how to beat Rosarian. So I guess there's nothing to say about that. They've won 3 out of 4 times. So that's not a bizarro loss. But the Washington one is like they had their loss. There it is. Because everyone literally has lost a ridiculous game that no one would ever think about. So now they had their weird loss. So now that that's over, they should be okay. But I'm interested to see if anybody gets healthy again because they have some bad injuries. They don't have the luck of health this year.
Right, and that's part of winning. People don't understand that, but also part of it is having guys ready and coached up for when it's your opportunity. Not everybody. Okay, 90% of all NFL players throughout history didn't start day one on their first game in the league. Okay, they came in as a backup to someone, no matter what position it was. Generally speaking, and you took your opportunity when it came. So I get tired of hearing this excuse, oh, injuries, look at all the injuries, all their injuries. Where's the guys doing their job? They're getting paid. I'm sorry, but I expect, someone goes down on the Bucs. Everyone was telling me how great Todd Bowles was as a defensive coordinator. Okay? He did awesome. He did awesome in the Super Bowl, but a good coordinator also has his guys ready to go in when someone goes down. And I know there's a extreme to this. Like, if you're just completely decimated across the board, I get it, right? But there are still good enough players on the Bucs to not allow that Washington offense to spend 10 freaking minutes going down the field, doing whatever they want. That I don't care if you've got injuries. That is inexcusable. Okay?
No, that was insane. There's no excuse for that. You're right. 100%. That was bad.
And I saw discipline issues. Injuries have nothing to do with you doing stupid crap.
That's
going off
Bruce
sides.
Arians,
You false starting and especially false starting. And I always complain about false starts. The snap count. The count. How the hell are you false starting? I don't get it. Okay?
Yeah, and you're not gonna tell me Washington is a loud place. Like, no.
Come on.
That team may have no real fans for decades. Like, stop. So
it's infuriating.
You got it.
And I it's even extra infuriating because we've watched Belichick teams. We've watched Belichick for 20 years, and now we're seeing what bad coaching looks like. We're seeing what inept coaching looks like. And Tom Brady, if you don't consider him, if someone doesn't consider him the GOAT, consider him the GOAT that he won a Super Bowl for Bruce Arians, because I think that's the achievement. Other than winning for the Jets, I think getting Bruce Arians a Super Bowl is probably the second hardest achievement in NFL. Because Bruce Arians is a garbage coach, man. He's complete garbage. And I know my hatred for him is well documented, but I tried to give him a pass, after the Super Bowl. I was like, okay, cool. He kind of, but this year, again, he got cocky. He thought because he won the Super Bowl, the same thing as last year. They started out the season now looking like a Bruce Arians team and not a Patriots-esque Tom Brady team. And look what's happened. The same crap, except they just don't have as bad of a record going into when they went into the bye this time. But
I understand where you're coming from, though. I get it. Because undisciplined kind of, I want to throw the ball deep only. I don't care about the in-between the sticks type of coaching. Does not win nothing. Like you saw from history, from when he coached Indy the one year and Cardinals the one year when Cam Newton beat the ever-loving crap out of him. Yeah, those things don't work. And I can argue they should have lost to Green Bay the round before that, but that's a different story for another day. So, I understand where you're coming from 100%. I get it.
It's hard enough to win in the NFL, but when you're doing stuff that is self-inflicted, and you're keeping guys, keeping drives alive, what are you doing?
There's nothing worse than that. Nothing.
And I get it. We've watched the most disciplined team, the Patriots, and they've always been the most disciplined team. So we're going from that to complete chaos. It seems like sometimes. You remember last year against the Bears, the Bucs played the Bears. The infamous, fourth down thing. Remember how bad that game was? Penalties and stupid errors and stuff. And that's what I'm seeing. That's what reminds me. And it's not that bad, but I'm getting those vibes. All I know is Monday night against the Giants is a statement game. I don't care if it's against the Giants. This is the NFL. Anybody can beat anyone. The fact that Washington just beat them tells you this. The fact that the Jaguars beat Buffalo tells you this. Mm-hmm. So this game matters. This game, I think it's not for the Giants, but it's a statement for the Bucs. Are they back? Are they focused now? This is why nobody repeats. It's why it's so hard. Because you've got to get your mind right, and you need a little luck too. You need things to go your way, like you were saying. Injuries, that's a luck thing. You've got to hope that you're healthy. And the Bucs went into the playoffs perfectly healthy, and maybe they can do it again this time. At least with Gronk, I would say I think it's been a good idea to kind of, as long as you can pick up some games and it's not terrible, you want Gronk for the playoffs. That's where you need him at.
Yep, for January, 100%.
But AB is sorely missed right now. You need reliability, and for some reason Chris Godwin, and I like Chris Godwin, but man, he infuriates me sometimes. Like he has weird drops, weird, bonehead, like just lapses in thinking or something. Something happens, and then you've got Mike Evans, who, unless he's open, he's not going to catch that ball. Like, he's not going to fight for it, He's not a scrapper. You remember T.O.? Remember how T.O. would fight for that ball? Like, you would have to, it's like you were taking away, his all of his money in his bank account or something. Like, he'd go for that ball like a monster no matter what. And Mike doesn't do that. And I wish Mike was a bit more of a dog, like just get it, go out there and get it. But
he has the skills and size for it too. It's pathetic. I don't like that about him either.
And Tom needs that reliability. He had it with Edelman. He had it with Amendola and guys like that.
Yeah.
And that's why he got AB. That's why he brought over Gronk with him, because he needed those sure things just to plug in, especially in a new system and in the transition. So I think it's going to help. But that defense sucks ass, man. They're terrible. They're terrible. I don't care what the stats say or if they're good or not. I don't give a crap. I know what I saw. And when you let the DC Lizard people, especially that offense, go down on you like that, dude, it's crap. I just want to get to a comment that I saw earlier. Someone asked me, because we were talking about, we were yelling, I said I was yelling at the TV screen saying, Belichick, why aren't you going for it, right? I think it was Pickle Dick who asked me that. He said, yes, we have a subscriber named Pickle Dick. I'm so used to calling him that now that it doesn't even sound funny to me anymore until I was like, oh yeah, okay. But he asked me if I felt that way when Bill didn't call a timeout at the end of Super Bowl 49, when right before the Malcolm Butler interception. And I will tell you the truth. Absolutely, I was yelling at the TV screen, Bill Belichick, why aren't you calling a timeout? All I saw was the clock going down. And I'm like, are you serious right now?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what was happening. And he called it right. But if he didn't, my God, I don't know. That would have been hard to live up. So,
yeah. I was flipping too, going crazy then. Well, interception, yes. Okay, so all is forgiven.
All is forgiven, exactly. It's like a kicker. We don't care how it gets in. I don't care if it hits the goalpost and bounces 3 different times inside it and then goes in. It's 3 points. I don't care. I just want the points. Let's see. Vesela Iliev sends a $1 sticker. Oh, a hamburger. A $1 sticker hamburger because I mentioned Bruce Arians.
Oh, it's a fat joke. Love it.
Yeah. And John Thomas Chavez sends a $2 super chase. Says, when he can, Brady seems like he trusts AB Gronk a lot more. Yeah, absolutely. He'll make throws. He'll make decisions that are way riskier than he normally would do. So, and I also cannot stand these running backs on the Bucs that can't catch. I'm not saying everybody is James White, but come on, dude, you got to at least learn how to catch. This isn't 1985 football anymore. This isn't where you're just a power back and that's what you do. The last guy to do that was basically Adrian Peterson and Derrick Henry right now. But that's it. For the most part, if you're a running back now, you got to learn how to catch the ball.
Yeah, to catch
so
the ball. Yep.
They've just got a lot of problems.
So I guess Giovanni's washed then, because that was his specialty in Cincinnati, but he has been in the league for a while now. So I guess
he does have his moments, like that touchdown.
Yeah.
That was badass.
True.
But I was mainly thinking of Fournette and do you remember?
Never been able to do that, Ronald Jones. Yeah.
Just, he can run good, and he's got a lot of power and stuff running, but he needs to learn how to catch. And catching's not that hard. You just got to watch the ball hit your hands and not look where you're going. Almost all drops are from looking ahead to where you're going with the ball.
It's secure. Yeah.
Yes. Almost every time. Just it's infuriating. So drives me nuts. Give me one moment. As you guys probably know, I have to get another soda.
Yeah, dude, get your cola, man. Go ahead. Oh, man.
Read some of the comments if you want.
All right, cool. Can't catch consistently.
I never liked Fournette to begin with, to be honest. Lord Varsh, so... Yeah, I don't understand. Catching the ball really isn't that hard. It really isn't. If my unathletic ass can do it, I don't know why they can't. It makes no sense.
First of all, you went through years of playing football, Pop Warner, high school, varsity, all that stuff. You mean to tell me that you wasn't catching passes? You know, I know how you throw the ball around, just to play around, throw the ball. You wouldn't tell me I wasn't catching balls anymore.
I guess
you
not.
couldn't do that. Like,
I don't understand.
It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, to me, if you're a football player, you should at least be able to catch the goddamn ball, at least something.
Yeah, and that's the NFL today, though. It's expected of you, you know?
It is.
So
it's one of many reasons why we don't have Sony anymore.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we're in the part of the segment where I usually let people call in, give their opinion. You guys up for that?
That's cool. Yeah, man. Go ahead, man.
Okay. Need to put the link in here. Okay, guys, I want to put the link to call, but one at a time, all right? So if I've already, whoever I answer to call, if someone's on, then wait until I hang up on them, and then you can come back in, okay? So I think Addy was the first one to mention that he wanted to call. So Addy, if you're not too drunk yet, call in. So he's our resident Cleveland Browns fan.
I get to talk to Addy. I've never done this before. It's man. Ooh.
See here.
Damn it.
Addy, how you doing, buddy?
No, I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Good. So, you drinking? Let me see. Let's see that cup.
Oh my goodness.
You're pulling a Jalen.
It's
You're pulling a
definitely
Jalen. You're pulling a Jalen. We're just seeing the ceiling. Okay.
Is that dark beer you had? I saw some dark on that in that cup there.
Drink some Hennessy, brother.
I saw a nice cup. Is what I saw. Oh, look at that.
That's a very nice cup, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely badass.
The sticker's still on the bottom of it.
So what?
You know, Addy.
Yeah.
I designed that cup for it to be drank on the other side. That's why the logo is not at the top, so you can put your mouth there. There you go. Awesome.
Man, he was just showing it off, everybody. That's what he was doing. Nice little display, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know. I'm
messing.
I'm always messing with him. So, no, he was showing off the VAS logo. That's what he was doing. Oh, Addy, someone took a shot at you. Someone said I'd be drinking too
What?
if I was a Browns fan.
Well, that's why
I was gonna
drink.
do it first. Dang, he beat me too. I'm gonna ask him, like, how was your Sunday? Because that was something.
That was tough to watch.
Wait, which one? They've sucked for like 2 weeks now, or 3 weeks. When was the last time they won,
No.
Addy?
And then they beat the crap out of Cincy 2 weeks ago, I think.
2 weeks ago.
They're
Okay,
Super
well,
Bowl,
I wasn't gonna hit them too hard on the Patriots beat down, but Addy, come on, man, what's going on?
You just get used to it.
Jesus.
No feelings, no nothing.
No, I was expecting it.
Really?
I wasn't. I thought it was gonna be a
Yeah,
tough
we
game.
Nobody did. I don't think anybody did.
I had that penciled
here's
in
the
too.
thing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The whole season, the offense and the defense were never on the same page, except against Cincy. And even then, I was like, all right, they're gonna, because both offense and defense were on the same page against Cincy, they're going to be off script against Patriots. Simple as that. First drive, they looked phenomenal, and then that was it.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. That was ridiculous.
Their first drive, they were going down the field, running the ball. Ernest Johnson was running the ball very, very well. And I don't understand why Kevin Stefanski stopped running the football. After the first drive. It was pretty much when he stopped running the ball was pretty much over from there. Like, and also Baker Mayfield still, we spoke about it on our own show that I don't look like he's healthy at all. It honestly feels like he was still fighting injury, and it's like,
I don't know why he's playing.
Why is he playing? I agree.
What do you have a backup quarterback for? I don't think he should be playing. He shouldn't have been on the field in the first place. To me, he should have at least rested a whole month just to see what happens. If it gets a little bit better, maybe you'd be better playing shape. But he should have not been playing for at least his whole month of October and December. November, because he obviously isn't it. Like, I don't understand what Stefanski and them is doing, because you playing at this point does not help your financial situation. You're just playing more garbage as the weeks go on. So that hurts the chances of you making any payday. So why are you on the field? I think the coach needs to save him from himself if that's what the problem is. Almost no point now, but that's what should have happened.
I think it's a pride thing with Baker, because if he shows that he's hurt, that he can't play while hurt, then that's going to affect a future contract for him and his future with the Browns. But there's a certain point, like against Cincy, he was hurt against Cincy and he played phenomenal. But then take a look at the Cardinals and the Patriots, and it was just, he can't play. He's hurt. You pull him.
I was thinking more for that Cincy game. I think Cincy was just turning over the ball like something serious. Like Burrow had 3 or 4 interceptions in that game, and fumbles from Jamar Chase, and it was just a bad game for Cincinnati.
Well,
not to say I didn't deserve it, but you forced it. So it's not like they gave it to you, but it gave a Baker less of a role to play in that type of sense, because you were getting the ball in a short field and all this. So he didn't have to really go, really key in. Versus in New England, they don't turn over the ball. So you're going to have to do you, and he can't. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, it quickly became a game of Baker needs to carry the team, and it's kind of hard to carry a team when you got a bum shoulder. So
yeah.
Well, the Bengals situation is a division game. They know each other. As we know, how many times have we had a Patriots-Jets game and the Jets somehow beat us, and we're like, what the just happened?
Yeah.
What is this? It's one of those kind of things, and where division games are just strange. But the Browns are actually in a pretty unique situation where their backup quarterback is probably just as good as their starter. I'm being honest here. I think Case Keenum is just as capable. Let's remember,
this is the NFC Championship game while Stefanski was his play caller. So
yeah. So definitely. What are we talking about here? I mean, it's just why risk? I mean, I'm talking not. I understand Baker's position. What you're saying, Addy, is absolutely spot on. I think that's Baker absolutely, because he's getting criticized. He's criticized. He's criticized a lot, actually, more than a lot of other quarterbacks. So I get that. But Stefanski, as a coach, you've got a backup quarterback that you can go with. It's not like you're some scrub piece. It's not like Nathan Peterman is your backup.
Yeah,
I mean,
what I'm saying.
I mean, Case Keenum doesn't strike fear into any defense, but he's reliable.
But neither does Baker Mayfield.
Exactly.
Here's what I want for you, Addy, and here's what I want from me. And Tiffany, I know you're a Falcons fan, so forgive me, but I think you probably would agree too. I want to see Matt Ryan go to Cleveland Browns next year. Boom.
Not bad. Because he had cousins, and they have a similar playing style. They're both pocket passers who were stones. That's okay. That line will definitely protect Matt Ryan better than any line Matt Ryan's ever had. That's a fact. He'll be back with Austin Hooper, who have chemistry already. And then we'll have that two-headed monster back there with Chubb and hey. I don't sound too bad.
There you go.
I think Matt Ryan would do great if he had more than a second in the pocket.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Also, how bad must the Falcons' offensive line be if they can't even protect a quarterback? A pocket quarterback, the offensive line generally knows they know where you're going to be. They can rely on that. So all you got to do is do your job. It's not like trying to protect Mahomes, who you never know where he's going to be at, And because he's slow as crap, if he gets away and he's going to get caught, it's not like Lamar Jackson, who Lamar can actually get out of it because he's fast enough. But Mahomes is difficult to to guard for. If I was an offensive lineman on the Chiefs, I'd kill myself. But Matt Ryan, if you could just get a halfway competent offensive line that can give him a few seconds, guess what? You know, so he would be instantly the greatest quarterback the Cleveland Browns have had ever.
No, hold up. Hold up.
Okay, I know.
No. Since just a little side topic.
Okay. I thought you were going to say Brady Kosar. All right.
No.
All right.
Since the Browns came back to the league, minimum of 3 starts. You know which quarterback, since they came back to the league, has the best winning percentage for the Cleveland Browns?
Baker Mayfield.
No. Baker
Somebody
Mayfield's
more.
26-26.
Oh, that's right. He went 0-16 and 1. Yeah, that's right. I don't know why I forgot that. Strange. Okay, let me guess again. Actually, you guys can guess too.
I'm thinking.
Now, it's not a guy with one game. It's not a trick question, right?
No, he has to have at least 5 starts minimum.
At least 5 starts. Okay.
And you guys are very familiar with him.
Since 99.
Ryan Hoyer.
Ryan Hoyer?
Since 99. Brian Hoyer, yep.
Wow.
His record
Clipboard
is
torque.
26.
Clipboard torque.
That's true. Because I forget what season was it that if they benched him for some dumbass reason and they had a chance to make the playoffs with him.
I remember
think
that.
he got hurt and they never put him back in or something. I forgot what season that was. But they were rolling. It was a 13 or 14. I think it was one of those 2 years.
One of those, I think. They're going good. Then some happened, and then just.
I think it was 14.
Michael McDermott got it first.
Played.
In the comment section, Michael McDermott.
You said it first? Nice.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, it was 2014, right? He put it, 2014. Then they made Johnny play, and then they went downhill from there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They could have made the playoffs that year. That was a packed NFC North, too. AFC North, too.
They would have a winning record.
And Ravens were good.
When was Bernie Kosar Baltimore Raven? Huh?
What?
No, he's saying that he was on the pre-Browns before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, in fact, Belichick got rid of him. It pissed everybody in Cleveland off. So, but the fact that the Cleveland Browns history belongs in Cleveland, so it's still the Browns, either way. So, your team left, but and the players left, the owners left, but the legacies, because Cleveland sued for that, right? So,
they fought like hell. The city of Cleveland fought like hell to keep the legacy.
Oh, hey, does your jacket fit good? I tried to guess on your size. Okay, cool.
It's pretty nice.
I thought you'd like that. So
I did. Thank you.
I was hoping maybe it'd get the Browns playing better,
Sorry.
Something else.
Go for it.
Whenever I wear my Mayfield jersey, they suck. But whenever I wear my Manziel jersey, they do good. They might lose, but they do pretty good. Yeah.
That is very interesting. The crazy thing is, I remember I watched Johnny Manziel play live in 2015 in St. Louis. I was in St. Louis for vacation. I said, "Hell, what the hell?" The Chicks. I went to the Edward Jones Dome. I watched the Browns in the Rams play, and oh boy, it was bad. Johnny Manziel was terrible. And then actually no. Brian Horton, no, Josh McCown played. He was bad. I was like, yo, put Johnny Manziel in the game. Put him in the game. Might as well put him in the game. Because like a lot of you, I was a fan of Manziel in college, and then I don't know what happened, but Johnny Manziel, man.
I never liked Manziel, even in Texas A&M.
I liked him in college. I thought
I hated the way he played.
Explosive. Even though I didn't know that, hey man, he's not gonna be able to just sustain himself in the NFL, and very quickly he found that out. But I don't know, man. It just
I knew he was gonna be a buzz. I hated him.
I like Manziel. I like Manziel, man. I liked him. He was.
I hate that playing style, quarterbacks. I knew that wasn't gonna work either.
I
never forget that draft too.
By the way, we had a super chat I missed. We have $2 super chat from Consul James Johnson. He says, "I am rude," and he said, "I guess he forgot to say welcome Sports Dynasty Podcast."
You weren't rude, but thank you for
Thank you,
welcome.
brother, man. I appreciate that.
Well, in our membership system, we it's based on the Roman Empire. So if you become a member, depending on which tier you pick, you get like a position. So he has the highest tier, which is consul. It's like a Roman president. So as
nice.
one of the consuls of the thing, he welcomes you and stuff. And he's just saying that he forgot to say welcome to the empire, basically. So
like bow or something. Like what should I do? Salute, bow. I don't know.
You can do that. You can curtsy. Do you know what a curtsy is?
Yeah, I know curtsy is. I'm not gonna do it on camera, but I know what a curtsy is.
You sure? Come on, show everybody. Come on.
I don't know.
That's good TV.
I guess it's like,
oh, he's gonna do it.
You gotta get in the camera, homie.
Yeah. I think it's more like a am I frozen?
Did it lag?
It lags.
No.
It lagged.
It did.
Yeah. Well, that was YouTube's way of not showing that to the world. So that's funny. They froze right when he did it. Hello, Milena. How are you doing? Can I help you? You missed it. We've got Addie on as well.
Hi.
What are they gonna do?
Well, they were going to show us what a curtsy is, and then when he got up to do it, it's when it's the girl version of bowing to a king. Women, they kind of take a knee down a little bit. It's like very feminine, but it would be funny to see them do it. What happened? I can't hear you.
That was it cut off for some reason. That was God saying, "Don't embarrass yourself in this damn."
That was
chat,
that was God. God has spoken.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Sorry
about that, man. That was bad. But yeah, I know what curtsy is, and we appreciate for the welcome here. I appreciate that.
Oh, Tiffany.
I'm done. Oh,
yo, you know what? I like this person already.
Yeah, Tiffany's awesome. And she said something funny earlier too to Addie. She goes, Addie, she says, I'm a Falcons fan too, so we know what it's like to be miserable.
Oh, damn. Sorry, Tiffany. Sorry about that earlier. But it's okay.
What the Falcons put on display Thursday night was, watching Matt Ryan yell at his teammates and them just be completely brain dead, and he's yelling at them. It just, you could see how infuriating it is for him. He's alone, dude. He's completely alone. I want to see him in Cleveland.
That was an embarrassment on Thursday night. It put me to sleep. I was falling asleep in that game. How bad that beating was. They didn't know what the hell they were doing at all. To the point we were practicing plays. It felt like we were in practice.
Yeah, it did seem it was a weird game, right? I mean, I know it's a short week and all, but hey, we got through it, and now we've got 10 days off, which is kind of like a bye week. So,
yup.
The Minuteman ask Addie, exactly. It's perfect timing. The Minuteman, Addie, asked you, if you had to choose one guy as your starting quarterback, who would you select, Johnny Manziel or Mitch Trubisky?
The guy who's still in the league.
That's a good question.
I'm choosing the guy who's still in the league.
Johnny Manziel has played for the Browns. Yeah, I mean, granted, it was years ago. So I'm going to have to go with Mitch Trubisky.
Obviously, Mitch Trubisky, obviously.
It's not even close to me.
Even though I love Johnny Manziel, the man couldn't make it in the CFL.
But Addie's profile picture was, I think, a mugshot of Johnny Manziel for a long time. So
that mugshot, that's hilarious.
No, but before Baker, it was Johnny Manziel, remember?
No, it wasn't a mugshot of Johnny Manziel. It was just a picture of Johnny Manziel.
Oh.
That's right. He was in a suit.
It was him in a red suit, yep.
Yeah. He was in. Okay, so yeah, but Baker is now your current one. And then you changed it to Case Keenum. But I don't think he's got a mugshot, so.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. I doubt it. He seems like
I have to go with Mitch Trubisky.
Be quiet.
Because, I mean, he's actually had some winning seasons. He's made the playoffs.
He's made the playoffs multiple times. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Now, I got
Not
to
even
ask you
close.
guys a question. If Cam is back in Carolina and he's going to continue, if he's going to, he's starting, right?
Yes,
Yes.
he's
That's
starting.
clear. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean I get to dress up like him again?
If you want to, but why
I
not?
don't see
He's
a
playing
problem.
again.
That's a problem. Yeah, not a problem.
I mean,
He has Patriot lineage. Why not? Do what
I
you
mean,
gotta
I
do.
honestly. Go ahead.
I bought his jersey. The red one, the red alternate jersey before the season started because I'm like, you know what? I say, you know what? If I had to be the quarterback, say, you know what? I'm just gonna get it. Whatever. It was like $40 after he left, but by the time I got it, he already got cut, and it was literally on the way over here. So I got the money for like $40. So I still have it hanging up on my wall. I mean, he was a Patriot, so hey, he can't say that he wasn't there. He was there, so it was all good though.
You want to sell it?
Nah, I'm gonna keep it.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it.
If you're talking about yourself, you need like 6 of you to fit in it, though. No offense. So I don't think you want that.
Oh, what size is it?
I'm a 2XL.
That is not a 2XL, that jersey.
Not the one not. So originally the the Cam Newton jersey that I've gotten, someone had ordered it from me online, and it was a 3XL. It was big. So what I did was for my anniversary, I bought my girlfriend a big giant lion bear, those big stuffed animals, the lion, because her favorite animal is a lion, and I put the Cam Newton jersey on it and gave it to her, and then it's sitting on her bed now. So that's good. So that's what she lose for. But now I got one of my size. That's 2XL. The other one was like way too big. Like
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
Well-
2.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you had just the one. My bad.
Okay. Well, lengthwise, it would fit me. I'm 6'3", but outside, like the going this way, it would be too big. It'd be real baggy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You could wear that like a freaking parachute, dude. Like, it's huge.
Yeah. It's all good though. That's fine.
I'll keep it real. I'll tell him the truth.
Nah, I remember I sent a picture to him, and I was like, well, damn, this is really, really big. I put it on, and it fits like it feels like it looks regular, but when I show you two like this, I'm like, damn, it was bad. But
It's bigger than the width of my TV. My TV is over 50 inches.
Yo, it was really big, but I don't know. So I just put that on a teddy bear and stuffed animal and gave it to my girlfriend, and she loves it. So that's great.
But yeah, but back to what we were talking about earlier. Yeah, dress up, do it.
Do it.
I loved it when you did it. It was hilarious to me. Do it.
Michael, I weigh 165.
I can't remember the last time I was 135.
Is that 165
He thought I
with
he thought I
200
weighed
pounds of bricks in
180.
your
I weigh
pockets?
160. Huh?
Hmm?
What'd you say, Addie?
Nothing.
Say it again.
Uh-oh.
What did you say?
I forget how much you said you weighed.
Say it.
Well, you said you're like, what, 165?
Mm-hmm.
I said, oh, is that with 200 pounds of bricks in your pocket?
Wow.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
So- I get it. You know, last year it was my age, and now it's my weight. I see you, Addie.
It's okay. Well, he's that old.
Guess what?
What? The Browns suck? Yeah, I already know.
I don't know what I can say to make you feel any worse. That hat you're wearing has got to be enough. So
Yeah.
you guys understand. Listen, I think there's some kind of mental illness in the Cleveland Browns fandom.
I
Because
agree.
when I was at well, first of all, it's obvious because why haven't you stopped liking them? But second, we were at Universal Studios, took my nephews there, and my nephew's wearing a Brady jersey, and I think I'm wearing a Patriots shirt or something, and this guy starts heckling us and heckling him, saying, you know, Brady sucks, Patriots suck, and I look and they're Browns fans. And
No.
I'm just like, do I say something here, or do you not mess with people who are mentally deficient? Because I'm just
I just leave them alone.
That's when you just smile and nod and just walk away.
okay. I thought so, but
Yeah,
You know,
I wouldn't
Eddie-
even.
yeah, That was
I
weird.
wouldn't.
My little brother's a Browns fan. I don't know why. Like my little
Sorry.
brother is a Browns fan. Like and me and my parents asked him like why, like why? Like I don't understand. For the Patriots and Giants preseason game we went to in MetLife because we live in New York. So we
Did you say prison game?
No, preseason game.
Close enough. Close enough, Ron. Close enough. Close enough.
I thought you were referring to it as a prison game.
I mean, so I took my brother and my girlfriend. We went to the game, the preseason against the Giants at MetLife, and we had people with jerseys from all teams. I'm like, what's going on here? So my brother would get upset saying, "Yo, how come I don't see no Browns fans?" I'm like, "There's no Browns fans in New York, but you." Like, I don't understand.
Children.
But little do we know, we're sitting down and we see someone wearing a Odell Beckham jersey, the same as my brother's. He said, "Yo, Cleveland," and I'm like, "Wow, that's the first." And then as we're leaving to go back into Manhattan, we see a lot of Cleveland Brown jerseys. So I'm like, what's going on here? Like this Cleveland Browns fans in New York City? Like this is ridiculous.
Better than Detroit.
Which I've seen a couple of Detroit jerseys there.
You seen Detroit fans?
Yeah, yes, they exist.
They exist?
Yes, they
What?
exist.
Right?
Chargers fans.
Chargers
Chargers
fans?
fans.
I'm related
What?
to one.
I've seen one.
I'm related to one. My cousin is a Chargers fan. He's a big
Well,
LaDainian Tomlinson fan. That's
You're
why.
related to Philip Rivers?
Yeah, that's funny. I wish.
That's true. That's true. Okay,
Yeah.
how about this? How about this, guys? I have seen Lions. I know Lions fans. I do know some Chargers fans. But honestly, have you ever met a legitimate Bengals fan?
I have.
Other than you, Addie, because you live in Ohio. But have you guys
Fair enough.
ever met a
No.
Bengals fan?
one.
One.
I've
Only,
never.
only one. One, and it's ridiculous. And it's here in New York. It's here in New York City. Yeah, one legitimate Bengals fan.
Really?
Yes.
How? How did that happen?
he was originally from Akron, and then he relocated here.
Because
Makes
I'm a
sense.
Burrow fan. I love Joe Burrow. So I have his Cincinnati jersey, but I don't give a rat's ass about the team. I just love
Right.
Joe Burrow. So
Right.
I have his jersey, but as a Cincinnati Bengals fan? Nah.
Yeah, he's from Akron. He relocated to New York City, and I was like, you're the first real Bengals fan I met in person, right? Like, he says, really? I'm like, yeah, I've never seen this before in my life. Like the fact that you support the bank. The most crazy thing is, and another thing too, in New York they have a bar for every NFL team because I used to do a show called 32 Bars, and we go to every Patriot home game. We go to the Pacific Patriot Bar and watch the game there and drink with them and ever. Every Patriot away game, we would go to the away team's bar and watch the game there and
That
socialize
was
with
fun.
them. And there's a place in New York City called Phoebe's. It's a Bengals bar. Phoebe's. We went there years ago when he played them over there, and I was shocked. Like, wow, this Bengals fans here in New York City. It really is a melting pot here. Really.
The Bengals, a fan base. Mind
my
you,
God.
I went in an airport and the Bengals not seeing no jerseys, and they were playing Green Bay as we spoke, and I've seen no Bengals fans around the airport at all. So,
Michael
in their own
McDermott.
damn state.
Michael McDermott just commented, said, "The Bengals have not won a playoff game in my lifetime. I'm 28."
I'm 29. Is that same for me too?
I'm 28 too. Did you know? Hey, did you know that there was never a text message in the history of phones that someone sent a message saying that the Bengals won a playoff game? The text message came out in 1993, way after they won their last playoff game. So there was never a text message in the history of humanity that, hey, we won a playoff game. It's never happened.
So was their last playoff win is when that AFC Championship game
That's
before
right.
they got beat up by Montana? Was that the last time they won a playoff game?
I think it was 1991, I believe.
No, it was before that.
No, 1990. Around that time. It was
I think McDermott says it's 1990.
because the Lions last playoff win was in 91. So the Lions also never text somebody saying, "Hey, we won a playoff game." In the history of
Yeah, I wasn't
phones.
born yet either.
It's pretty embarrassing.
How do
I mean-
people support these franchises? What
I
the
don't know.
fuck?
I don't get it either, guys.
Maybe I understand if you're from the actual city itself, and there's like a born-in loyalty thing. But how is anyone a fan if you live outside of Cincinnati even the Browns are a better choice because look, the Bengals have never done anything. They've never won anything ever.
No.
The Browns had a heyday where they were champions, you know. So, and they're a legendary team. They're a legacy team. They're just, you know, Cleveland Browns. Everyone knows that. But the Bengals, it's just
The Browns have a playoff win.
no, Addy. I'm not gonna let you get away
this
with
century.
Addy. I'm not. While I enjoy your self-deprecation, I can't let you do that. The Browns are a legacy team. They are. They're
Definitely.
the
It was
60s,
before
yeah.
we were born, but
No, before
definitely.
the 60s, yes.
but the Cleveland Browns, just the name of them and who they are, you know, it's part of NFL history. But the Bengals are pointless. They, you know, they made the Super Bowl twice, but they didn't win anything. So at least the Cleveland Browns won championships. Although, can you guys, off the top of your head, name the only teams currently that have never played in a Super Bowl?
Played in a Super Bowl?
The Houston Texans,
Browns, Lions,
yeah,
Texans,
Jaguars.
Jags.
Very good.
yeah.
I think
That's it.
That's never played. I think that's it.
There's only 5 left. Yeah.
And I think I read somewhere that Tom Brady has more wins than the Houston Texans.
No, they said
something like
that
that?
the
Or
Patriots.
more yards.
He said the Patriots have won more Super Bowls since the Dolphins' last playoff win, which is true. You're right. It is.
Oh, someone just commented that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
That Tom
they-
has more
what-
wins than the franchise? I don't know.
Is it Tom has more wins than or more passing? I think it's passing yards. Tom has more passing yards than the Houston Texans franchise.
Yeah, that
I
makes
think-
a lot of sense.
I think that's the case.
So they just had Matt Schaub that got all the yards because Deshaun is like going to jail soon, so he's not gonna get any more. So like, yeah, it's just Matt Schaub.
What's going on with him? Do y'all know? I haven't heard much.
They're still trying to figure out what things, because like I said, there's so many testimonies, there's so many people that suing him. They're trying to figure
Yeah,
out.
I think the NFL's waiting for the actual law enforcement before they do anything. I think
Which-
that's what they said.
To me,
Wait a
it's
minute.
Not gonna make,
Are you
That's
saying
what
that
I
the
remember
NFL? You're saying that the NFL is waiting on proof and evidence before they make a decision?
Yeah.
because they would have done it. already.
Hypocritical, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm confused because I thought
I'm not
more
confused.
probable than not was enough.
Yeah.
That's why I took it down for you, buddy.
Listen, I'm not surprised. Douchebaggery. I'm not surprised at all. I know.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's what I remember reading like a week ago.
Although
could be
I
wrong.
agree to do that with Deshaun. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying why wasn't that done with Deflategate?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Hypocrisy.
So-
I got you.
In this country, as far as I know, maybe not much longer, but in this country, you're innocent until proven guilty. So, but hey, I mean, even a court said that Tom wasn't guilty.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't any evidence. Like you couldn't process that, and they only got him on a technicality because of a contract. The contract between and the CBA said that Roger Goodell can suspend you for anything.
Can do what he wants. Yep.
So there you go. And notice how they didn't care about John Gruden's part of his letter where he referenced made that racial comment with something about Demoris's lips. I think he said something about. Okay,
Yes.
that didn't matter. What mattered was that he said Roger Goodell was a, you know what?
Yeah, that word.
That is what bothered him. See, you. It's like, oh yeah, right.
That bothered me a lot because it was like they try to paint a picture. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, the tone changed as soon as they mentioned where they said they called them a derogatory homophobic word. That's what drew the line. But y'all were probably, if I remember correctly, they were saying that what he said about DeMaurice Smith, he was an ESPN. He didn't say that with us. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the same, which is dumb because what he said was terrible, and that alone should have gotten fired from the Raiders. When you have 90% of your team is African American, and you say stuff like that, how are they going to trust you? Why would they want you to be the coach there if you saying stuff like that? But that wasn't enough to get him fired or quote unquote, let him step away. It was the moment he said that word to Roger Goodell and offended another group of people. That's what drew the line, and I think it's ridiculous.
The only reason why he's still there because they make so much damn money. That's the only
think about
reason
this.
why he's still there.
Roger Goodell, his brother is gay.
Mm-hmm.
So what it shows is that Roger Goodell, he isn't impartial. It's only if it's personal, something that he cares about, but he won't care about things that is generally not within his caring. Okay? But remember, it's all okay because they print "End Racism" on the football field. So it's all over now. So.
yeah, the same way they do that, and then they'll play the Black national anthem in week one once.
It's all fixed.
Yeah, it's all fixed. Which to me as an African American, I was like, when I seen them say, "Oh, we're going to donate $60 million a year to try to curb racism and no, try to stop that." It was some stuff like that. I was like, what are you doing? You're not doing anything. Only thing you're doing is throwing money at something to hope it goes away. It's not how that works. And then people gotta change it. And I feel that it's just so disingenuous of the NFL to even do that. Oh, we're gonna make it seem that, hey, we're doing it just because you can see it and that's good enough. I'm sorry, not good enough for me though. But
well, how about this? You want to start with something? How about stop funding politicians who keep putting more abortion clinics in black neighborhoods? How about that?
Yeah.
Because last time I checked, that's genocide, dude. I mean, what are you doing? So, it's all with window dressing, right? Window dressing.
Yeah.
It's like the thing. Remember when they used to dress up the players in pink for the Susan Komen cancer thing?
Yes.
Susan stopped paying. They stopped paying. So now all of a sudden, I guess breast cancer doesn't matter anymore. Okay.
Oh, that's why I've noticed that.
What about men's?
Why?
What about men's cancer? This is a men's sport. What about testicular cancer? What about prostate cancer? You see what I mean? But the breast cancer was paying. How about the military? The military pays for that. You see what I mean? They're acting like they're all patriotic. They don't give a flying crap, dude. They would support the Taliban if they thought it was good optics or whatever. They don't care nothing about the military.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, they're so fake. It's just beyond infuriating, honestly. But I don't know how you feel. But I never liked the term African American. I think that's weird.
To me, I agree with you. It's just so it's so used to hearing it. It's like you know what I'm saying. Like for me, it's like I said, when I say it, it's more like when I tell people what's your ethnicity, I say I'm black. I'm a black male. I'm Black American. But sometimes I say that it just so it happens a lot sometimes.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm asking you because I just wanted to know how you felt about it. But to me, it seems very. I don't know. I just never liked the sound of it. It makes it sound like you're not American. I just don't. You're American. You're as American as me, right? You were born here.
Yeah.
So
yes.
I don't call myself British American because my family was British hundreds of years ago. You know what I mean? So I never understood that. I just thought it was weird, and I thought it was a way to separate people.
I never thought of it that way.
I never thought about it that way either, honestly.
Yeah. It almost takes away that you're American. It kind of, I don't know. I just think it's a way of separating people and putting labels on everyone. I just never
like an American asterisk almost.
Yes, like you got to. Yeah. There's a condition to your American.
Yeah.
It's like
never
what?
Thought of that.
So I just always thought that was weird. But anyway, we have a James Johnson console membership comment. Let's see here. James Johnson says, John Gruden is the fall guy. I want to know what the NFL is trying to cover up with the investigation of the DC lizard people. How far does this go? Okay, he's got a great point. So why all of a sudden can we not see the investigation of the DC lizard people? Why can't we see what's going on with them? Because it's the good old boy club. And if you're not in the club, you're out of the club. So John Gruden's not part of that club. But why John Gruden and why only him? Why not
What's his name?
Snyder.
Snyder. Thank you. That's Snyder. Okay.
Yeah. Why can't we see that?
I'm glad you mentioned that. And like you mentioned before, it's a fraternity. It's the good boy fraternity saying, because I'm more than certain. You mean to tell me that out of 650,000 emails, you only found John Gruden? There's obviously this crap. They're literally trying to, and for me personally, it's saying that John Gruden was trying to suing the league for, they forced him to move out and everything. I think happened is, I'm thinking that, and this is just me, they're hoping for him, because thinking about it, he's trying to sue to recoup the money he lost. I know that he didn't get all the money back he got from leaving the Raiders, because they should have just fired him, then he'll get paid, but he walked away. They didn't fire him. He walked away.
Right.
So now he's suing them. So I'm thinking that he's probably suing them just to try to recoup the money that he would have gotten. And I'm thinking they're hoping that he'll settle, so they could just sweep it under the rug and you probably never hear it again. Because at the end of the day, John Gruden is finished. John Gruden will never get a job in the media ever again, and it's over for him. So you know what I'm saying, he's probably trying to recoup the money and get up out of there. But this is crazy.
Oh, Thomas Allen asked, why do they call them the lizard people? Actually, it's something that me and See It Twice came up with. We call them the DC lizard people because they no longer have a name, and it's fitting. All of the politicians in DC are lizard people. It's a joke. It means, lizard people means that they're aliens. Like underneath their skin is a lizard. It just means that they're evil, So
Yep,
I call them DC lizard people because I don't think that the politicians in Washington deserve the name Washington. Thomas. I'm not going to call them Washington football team because that's just stupid. Don't call them DC lizard people. That's my name for them. Why not, right? So I think it fits. They're all scum. So
it's really sad at the end of the day.
If it comes out during our show, I'm sorry, because I might have to say that because that's pretty good.
Dude, spread it around. That's
DC lizard people.
DC lizard people. It's the perfect name for them. So, but yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up the show. It's been a great 2 hours. Thank you for being on. Please, guys, go to Sports Dynasty Podcast and subscribe. Take it from me. It is hard to get subscribers on this platform. It's very difficult because as many as they take from you and they add on, it is just ridiculous. So please be sure to do that.
Yeah. Had a lot of fun here. Thanks for having me on, man.
Hey, it was great.
From watching you from 2018 to actually being on your show 3 years later, hey, dude, I'll take it. Thanks very much,
awesome,
man.
I'd love to have you back as well. So thank you, guys.
Of course, absolutely. Absolutely, bud.
All right. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Y'all take care.
All right, brother.
Sorry.
Flag on the play if you're not subscribed to Von Allen Sports. But once you are, we'll make it up to your team in the fourth quarter. You're watching Von Allen Sports, real and honest NFL analysis. Subscribe now and join the empire. Von Allen Sports, let's go.
Von Allen Sports.